Hi everyone, welcome to channel Simple Concepts. So this is in continuation of our previous video of article 20 part 1. So in article 20 part 1 we discussed about the clause 1 of article 20. Now in this particular video we will be talking about other two clauses of article 20, that is double jeopardy and witness against oneself. So this article 20 tells us about the protection in respect of conviction for offences. If you haven't watched my previous video, please go on our channel and watch the previous video so that you will understand it better. So let's begin with the lecture. Okay, before coming to the lecture, there is this All India Free Mock Test series organized by Unacademy. So this is called Unacademy UPSC Championship 2.0. So this is going to held on 30th of August, 6th of September, 13th of September, 20th of September and 27th of September. So if you get a good rank in this test series, then you can win a chance to meet UPSC CSE 2019 toppers, top Unacademy educators and Unacademy subscription scholarships. So you can enroll for it right now. You can enroll. I have already mentioned the description में इसका link. Okay, so you can click on that and get yourself enrolled for it. So as you all know, there are very few days left for your UPSC exam. So if you need to start preparing with Unacademy, let me first tell you its benefits. So there's one subscription, unlimited benefits. Okay. So here are all the benefits that you will be getting once you subscribe for Unacademy. So first is that you can learn live from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay, you will just have to sit at one place wherever you are comfortable with at your home and then start learning from the help of live classes from Unacademy. Next is you get unlimited access to all courses. So it's not like that once you subscribe you can only get to access to only one course. You can get access to all of the courses that are available on Unacademy. Next is you get top educators of India on one platform. Also you get exhaustive coverage of your syllabus. You don't have to read any bulky books. You just have to refer to the notes that are provided by your educators on Unacademy and you are good to go for your exams. Next is regular doubt clearing sessions and live test series. So these live test series will help you in getting the real feel of the examination hall, the pressure, the everything that you go through in an examination hall. So this will help you in that. Also you will get all of your study material in PDF format, so you don't have to worry about कि मेरा इंटरनेट काम नहीं कर रहा है या what should I do. You can just download it whenever your internet is working and then you can get the PDF format and you can read it anytime you want. Next is answer writing session. So answer writing session is very important for UPSC exam because it plays a very major role in UPSC exam. So even if you are not good at answer writing, you'll be getting answer writing sessions on a regular basis so that your educator may tell you what else do you need to incorporate in your answers to make it better, or what do you need to focus more on, how should our answer be. They will also provide you with the model answers, and like all of your answer sessions, all of your answers will be analyzed by the top educators. Also you'll get mentorship and guidance from the educators. So it's like a one-stop solution for complete UPSC CSE preparation. There are like structured batches with top educators. You get batches in Hindi, English and bilingual, and also you can get some lectures in regional languages. You get late night as well as 2 years batches for the people who are working and also preparing for UPSC exam. They can join the late night batch, and the students who are currently in their second year or first year of college, they can join this 2 years batch. Also you get 100% syllabus coverage. You get vast range of optionals here. You also get prelims test series with evaluation, mains test series with evaluation. You get dedicated doubt clearing classes. You get daily current affairs practice, essay and answer writing practice, performance analysis, sectional quizzes, interview preparation, etc. So here are 3 recent batches that are going to start on Unacademy. They are Mission UPSC CSE 2021. So it's a bilingual GS patch course. You'll be taught in Hindi and English mixed. So it's starting from 7th of September 2020. It's a full year batch course, okay, and all of the benefits you will get with this batch. Next one is Lakshya UPSC CSE 2021. So this is for the people who are preparing from Hindi medium, okay. So ये भी 7 September से start हो रहा है 2020. It is also for 1 year and you get entire syllabus coverage, you get top educators, prelims and mains test series, um, PDF study material and everything else. Next is Expedition UPSC CSE 2021. So this is strictly a English medium batch. So everything will be taught in English and all of your notes will be in strict English language. So it's going to start from 7th of September 2020. It's a full year batch course for 1 year. Okay, so you get full syllabus coverage and with top educators, prelims and mains test series with analysis, PDF study material, dedicated doubt clearing sessions, and all of your interview preparations. Also, you can use our code SIMPLEYT in order to get an extra 10% discount. So let me tell you how it works. So when you click on this get subscription button, then this page will appear, and for example you subscribe for 24 months, so the amount that you have to pay is 64,000. Then you type our code here, this in this space, okay, the code is SIMPLEYT. Then you will get 10% off, and then you have to pay only 57,600 for 24 months. But you will get this code only when you apply this code, okay, only then you will get the extra 10% off. So if you have any query or any doubt regarding how to apply this code, you can call us on a number that I'll be providing in the subsequent PPT. Okay, also this T20 daily current affairs test series, which is for free, it daily held at 7:30 p.m. There are like 20 questions. It's for 20 minutes and it's for 40 marks, and you get test analysis at the end of every test. So it's like you can just cope up with your current affairs on a daily basis with attempting this quiz. So yeah, you can attempt it at daily at 7:30 p.m. because you don't have to pay anything for it, and you can actually spend 20 minutes on your current affairs if you are preparing for UPSC. It's very important. Current affairs plays a very major role in UPSC. Also, you can join any of these YouTube channels. You can join Unacademy Articulate, Unacademy UPSC Current Affairs, or Unacademy Lakshya UPSC CSE, or Unacademy Expedition UPSC CSE. You can also join Unacademy's Telegram group, which is Unacademy Articulate. Or if you use Facebook, then you can follow Unacademy on this page, UPSC Preparation by Unacademy. You can also join our Telegram group, which is Simple Concepts UPSC. So the link for the group I have provided in the description box. So you can click on that link and join the group, or else you can just open your Telegram app and type Simple Concepts UPSC and you will get the group. So the benefits of joining this group is that you get all of these PPTs that I'm teaching on this group. Okay, so you don't have to write anything down. You just have to listen to whatever I'm saying, whatever I'm trying to explain you, and then you can just get these PPTs or these notes in our Telegram group. Also, you get daily current affairs and various quizzes and other notes and other material for UPSC on this group. So yes, just join this group, Simple Concepts UPSC, and it's like enough for your preparation. Also, you can contact or WhatsApp us on this number 9689638048 if you have any query regarding Unacademy, which batch to join, or how to apply our code, or if you want personal guidance from us, or if you have any query regarding our channel or our this whole lecture or anything. So you can call us on this number. Either you can WhatsApp us or call us on this number. I'm repeating the number, 9689638048. So with this, let us begin with the lecture. So I have already talked about the ex post facto laws in our previous video. So now we'll be talking about double jeopardy and protection against self-incrimination. So yes, so let us see कि जो हमारा आर्टिकल 22 है, जो क्लॉज है ये आर्टिकल 20 का, तो ये क्या कहता है? ये कहता है no person shall be prosecuted and punished for the same offence more than once. सो इसमें कहा गया है कि किसी भी इंसान को एक ही जुर्म के लिए एक से ज़्यादा बार पनिशमेंट नहीं दी जा सकती। एक ही जुर्म एज इन सेम ऑफेंस। ओके, इट्स नॉट लाइक कि आपने आज एक जगह चोरी की और फिर आपको सज़ा हो गई, और फिर आपने दूसरी जगह पे दूसरे घर में चोरी की और उसके बाद आप जाके कोर्ट में बोलो जी मुझे तो चोरी की सज़ा मिल चुकी है, तो आप मुझे दोबारा से चोरी की सज़ा नहीं दे सकते। नो, बिकॉज इट इज़ नॉट द सेम ऑफेंस। It is like it has the ingredient of same offense, okay, but it is a different offense. What you committed previously was at another house and this one is at some other place. So जो आपने जो पहले चोरी की थी जिसकी आपको सज़ा मिल चुकी है, सेम उसी चोरी की आपको दोबारा से सज़ा नहीं मिलेगी। लेकिन अगर आप कहीं और चोरी करते हो तब आपको सज़ा मिल सकती है। ओके, सो डू नॉट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड विद दिस सेम ऑफेंस टर्म। ओके, हाँ, सो दिस इज लाइक सेम ऑफेंस एंड सिमिलर ऑफेंस। सो अगर आपने दूसरे घर में चोरी की है तो इट्स लाइक सिमिलर ऑफेंस, एंड सेम ऑफेंसेस कि आपको जिस चीज़ के लिए सज़ा मिल चुकी है, वो जो आपने पहले चोरी की थी, उसी के लिए आपको दोबारा से सज़ा नहीं मिलेगी। दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉल्ड डबल jeopardy, दैट अ पर्सन विल नॉट बी पुट इनटू those circumstances again which he has been already punished for. So the object is to avoid the harassment which must be caused to a person for successive criminal proceedings where only one crime has been committed by him. So this is basically to avoid harassment to a person, because अगर आप एक ही जुर्म के लिए उसको बार बार सजा दिए जा रहे हो, so it's like a harassment of that person and it's against his fundamental right. Okay, सो ये वाला जो क्लॉज है ये सिर्फ इसीलिए डाला गया है ताकि उस इंसान को उस जोपाड़ी से बचाया जा सके कि एक ही जुर्म के लिए उसको बार बार सज़ा कोर्ट दिया ही जा रहा है कि जी मैंने एक चम्मच चुराई, मेरे को आज सज़ा मिल गई, फिर और 4 साल के बाद मेरे को उसी क्राइम के लिए जो मैंने वो चम्मच चुराई थी दोबारा से सज़ा दे रहे हैं। सो इट्स लाइक अ हरासमेंट टू अ पर्सन. So to avoid this particular article has been incorporated in our constitution. Also this is mentioned in various other laws also, like CRPC and CPC. Okay, so let's not involved in that. Let's continue with this. Let's stick to the Indian constitution. So India has a different double jeopardy system than America. So if you will consider कि जो इंडिया का jeopardy system है, double jeopardy system, it is somewhat different from America. Let me tell you how. So अमेरिका में क्या होता है, अमेरिका में if some person is under prosecution, okay, and he has been, अगर आपको किसी prosecution में डाला है या आपके ऊपर कोई केस चल रहा है, तो उसके 2 रिजल्ट्स होंगे, या तो कोर्ट आपको छोड़ देगा और या आपको पकड़ लेगा, ठीक है। तो अमेरिका में क्या होता है कि अगर आपका प्रोसिक्यूशन हुआ, एक क्राइम के लिए आपका ट्रायल चला, उसके बाद आपको चाहे छोड़ दिया गया चाहे पकड़ लिया गया, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद भी अगर आपको छोड़ भी दिया गया है तो भी कोई सब्सिक्वेंट पनिशमेंट नहीं दे सकता आपको उसके लिए। बट इन इंडिया देयर शुड बी देयर शुड बी प्रोसिक्यूशन एंड पनिशमेंट को एग्जिस्ट टू अप्लाई दिस पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल। ओके, अगर आपको एक्विट कर दिया गया या आपको छोड़ दिया गया है किसी पनिशमेंट के लिए, देन यू कैन बी इन फ्यूचर लायबल अगेन फॉर दैट crime if you are found guilty or some other things happens, like कुछ नया फैक्ट निकल के आता है केस में। so it's important in Indian double jeopardy system that prosecution and punishment should coexist. However, this is not important in America. Punishment is not a main ingredient for double jeopardy. Even if you are acquitted for the offense, you will not be liable for this crime again, ठीक है। So the appeal does not amount to second prosecution. तो जैसे अपील होती है, जैसे आपको लोअर कोर्ट ने बरी कर दिया, आपको छोड़ दिया, उसके बाद आप अपर कोर्ट में अप्लाई करते हो और वहाँ पे आपको पनिशमेंट मिलती है। So that is not called a second prosecution. That does not come under second prosecution. So both prosecution and punishment must coexist for the operation of Article 22. So as I just told you कि in India prosecution भी होना चाहिए उस इंसान को, और उसका जब prosecution हुआ है तो उसको punishment भी मिली है उसके लिए, तभी आप ये बोल सकते हैं कि हाँ ठीक है, अब हम इस इंसान को इस क्राइम के लिए दोबारा से सज़ा नहीं दे सकते। अगर उसको सज़ा नहीं हुई है, prosecution चला है उसका, लेकिन उसको सज़ा नहीं हुई है, तो इन फ्यूचर इफ सम न्यू फैक्ट्स कम्स अप या कुछ नया कोई चीज़ निकल के आती है, उससे प्रूव होता है कि ये इंसान गिल्टी था, तब उसको पनिशमेंट दी जा सकती है. ही कैन अगेन गो थ्रू द सेम प्रोसिक्यूशन. ओके, देयर इज नो लिमिटेशन टू द प्रोसिक्यूशन. And administrative or departmental proceedings does not fall under double jeopardy. So if this is the case, let me give you an example कि कोई IPS ऑफिसर है या कोई IAS ऑफिसर है, उसके खिलाफ कोई डिसिप्लिनरी एक्शन लिया जा रहा है, ठीक है. तो पहले क्या होता है, एक डिपार्टमेंटल प्रोसीडिंग होती है, ठीक है, कि कमिटी बिठाई जाती है और ये देखा जाता है वेदर दैट पर्सन इज गिल्टी और नॉट. सो अगर उसको गिल्टी प्रूव कर दिया गया है, ठीक है, कि ठीक है ये IPS ऑफिसर इज गिल्टी ऑफ सच एंड सच क्राइम, ये उनकी डिपार्टमेंट कमेटी ने बोला और उनको कुछ टाइम के लिए सस्पेंड कर दिया गया. सो दिस सस्पेंशन इज काइंड ऑफ अ पनिशमेंट. नाउ दिस होल प्रोसीडिंग गोज टू अ कोर्ट. उसके बाद कोर्ट में जाके भी वो गिल्टी प्रूव हो जाते हैं. उसके बाद कोर्ट उनको अलग से 3 साल की सजा देता है. तो अब वो जो IPS ऑफिसर है, ही कैन नॉट से कि मुझे ऑलरेडी सजा मिल चुकी है, मुझे तो डिपार्टमेंटल प्रोसीडिंग्स में सस्पेंड कर दिया था, दैट इज ऑल्सो अ पनिशमेंट. सो आप लोग मुझे दोबारा से पनिश नहीं कर सकते सेम ऑफेंस के लिए. नो, बिकॉज डिपार्टमेंटल प्रोसीडिंग्स और जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव प्रोसीडिंग्स हैं, that does not fall under double jeopardy. They are different. The court proceedings are basically the prosecution and the punishment given by the courts are the actual punishment. अगर आपको कोर्ट से एक पनिशमेंट मिल चुकी है किसी एक क्राइम की, और अगर आज से 1 साल के बाद या 10 दिन के बाद कोर्ट दोबारा से कोई और कोर्ट बोलता है कि हम आपको उसी क्राइम के लिए दोबारा पनिशमेंट दे रहे हैं, तब आर्टिकल 22 अप्लाई होगा और डबल जेओपार्डी का कॉन्सेप्ट उसमें आएगा. I hope this clause is understood to you. Now let us move on to Article 20 Clause 3. So Article 20 Clause 3 talks about protection against self-incrimination. Now let us see what is this self-incrimination is. But before that, let's see कि Article 20 Clause 3 की language क्या कहती है. So no person accused of any offence shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. सो ये आर्टिकल ये कहता है कि कोई भी पर्सन जिसको किसी क्राइम के लिए पकड़ा गया है या किसी ऑफेंस के लिए पकड़ा गया है, उसको कोई कंपेल नहीं कर सकता कि वो खुद ही के खिलाफ बयान दे या खुद ही के खिलाफ विटनेस बन जाए. ठीक है, नो बडी कैन कंपेल हिम. ही कैन, मतलब ही कैन डू इट विद हिज ओन विल, बट नो बडी कैन कंपेल हिम टू बी अ विटनेस अगेंस्ट हिमसेल्फ. So this is called self-incrimination. के अपने ही खिलाफ बयान देना is called self-incrimination. So the accused is presumed to be innocent till his guilt is proved, and it is duty of the prosecution to establish his guilt. Thus the accused need not make any admission or statement against his free will. So Indian system में क्या होता है कि जो कोई accused है, अगर आपने किसी को accuse किया है crime का, सो ये माना जाता है कि जिसके ऊपर इल्ज़ाम लगा है, ही इज इनोसेंट अंटिल प्रूवन गिल्टी. जब तक उसका गिल्ट प्रूव नहीं हो जाता, सब उसको एज अ इनोसेंट ही ट्रीट करेंगे. और ये ड्यूटी होती है प्रोसिक्यूशन की कि उसका गिल्ट एस्टैब्लिश करे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैंने किसी के ऊपर केस डाला है कि इसने मेरे घर पे चोरी की, ठीक है. सो वो जो दूसरा पर्सन है जिसके ऊपर चोरी का इल्ज़ाम लगा है, ही इज़ द एक्यूज्ड एंड आई एम द प्रोसिक्यूशन. सो नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू इज कि मैं उसका गिल्ट प्रूव करूंगी. मैं ये प्रूव करूंगी कि उसने चोरी की है. वो ये प्रूव नहीं करेगा कि मैंने चोरी नहीं की है. ही इज इनोसेंट बिकॉज मैंने उसके ऊपर इल्ज़ाम लगाया है. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, आई हैव टू प्रूव हिज गिल्ट कि नहीं इसने चोरी की है. आई हैव सच एंड सच प्रूफ कि इसने चोरी की है. सो इट इज़ ड्यूटी ऑफ द प्रोसिक्यूशन, एज इन इट इज़ ड्यूटी ऑफ माई सेल्फ टू प्रूव हिज गिल्ट. सो देयरफॉर इट इज़ नॉट नेसेसरी कि वो अपने ही खिलाफ बयान दे या अपने ही अगेंस्ट कुछ बोले. ओके, सो nobody can actually compel him to be a witness against himself. So the protection against criminal proceedings only. But the very important thing that you have to note here is कि ये जो आर्टिकल 20 क्लॉज 3 है, ये एप्लीकेबल होता है सिर्फ क्रिमिनल प्रोसीडिंग्स में. सिविल प्रोसीडिंग्स में ये यूज़ नहीं होता. ये कॉन्सेप्ट जो है इसमें IPC लगती है, तभी आप आर्टिकल 23 को लेके आ सकते हैं. Some let's take an example. If there is some administrative proceeding or some civil suit, okay, so if there is some property dispute or something, then this one is not applicable. This article is not applicable. This is only applicable whether there is some criminal proceeding like murder, theft, or criminal misappropriation, or rape or anything like that. So अगर कोई criminal proceeding चल रही है उसमें आप किसी अक्यूज को फोर्स नहीं कर सकते, उसमें आप उसको नहीं बोल सकते कि नहीं तुम ही थे वहां पे, तुम्हें ही बोलना पड़ेगा कि तुमने ही मर्डर किया है. नो, he can straight away deny it. This is also mentioned in Evidence Act and some other acts, but that is none of our concern right now. So yes, so the protection against criminal proceedings only. So this is available only against criminal proceedings. So waiver of privilege is available. So इसमें क्या होता है कि you can, this is kind of a privilege, okay, that is given to a accused. So what you can do is you can actually give away this privilege कि हमको नहीं चाहिए ये आर्टिकल का privilege, आप इसको रखो और मैं तो अपने ही खिलाफ बयान दूंगा. It can be out of guilt or something else, whatever you feel like. ठीक है, तो you can actually say कि I am waiving this right off. I do not want this particular right. मैं खुद के खिलाफ बयान देना चाहता हूँ और I want to be a witness against myself. Okay, then ये waiver allow होता है. Although I have told in my previous videos कि waiver of fundamental rights is not available in India. But एक साथ सारे rights का waiver करना is not available. But particular this article, this 20 clause 3, इसमें waiver of privilege available होता है. One person can actually give away the privilege that has been provided to him under article 23 and say कि no, I want to be a witness against myself, I want to confess or I want to give an admission which can be used against myself in future. So this is article 23. I hope you have understood all of these three clauses, clause 1, clause 2 and clause 3. So in our next video we'll be talking about another very important article, that is article 368. So just keep watching and do not miss any lecture, because I'm focusing more on each and every article's language so that you can write it more deeply in your mains exam. So I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.